as many of you know, we had some rough weather come through early this morning in Columbia County. People in one neighborhood are counting their blessings as Mother Nature left a path of destruction. News Channel 6's Devin Johnson live at Deer Run just off North Bel Air Road. And Devin, neighbors say several families were affected by this storm.
Brad, several neighbors had spent their day cleaning up as violent thunderstorms swept through the area early this morning. One neighbor tells me he's thankful for his family to be alive after a tree broke and split part of his roof in half.
And it just sounded like a gunshot went off.
That is the sound Sean Feeser describes to me as severe weather touched down around his Columbia County home.
It was super loud. I mean, everybody jumped. We have dogs. They started barking. The kids were scared, and then we just, I pushed them back into the closet and started looking. And, it started as just drip, drip on the ceiling. And I thought maybe we just have a small little hole. And then, obviously, as soon as we could see, we saw that we got much bigger than just a little hole in the roof.
Feeser says he was prepping for possible storm damage last night. He set his alarms to alert him if the storms hit. That's when he says something told him to wake up and grab his children out of their rooms.
At 4:30, the phones went off that we had an alert, and I ran right down to the TV, put the TV on, and literally seconds before, the tree, that's my son's room, right there, we pulled them out of the room just literally in seconds before the tree hit.
Another neighbor says the storm lasted about 5 minutes.
You could hear the wind kind of gusting, but then all of a sudden the wind, the tone changed. It was eerie. It went from a high pitch to a low pitch. And so we jumped out of bed and I started hearing trees fall.
Jerry Jeffers' fence and shed were destroyed. Since they live in an area heavy with trees, Jeffers says his family is having discussions about cutting them down.
We want to keep them, but we also know we run a risk at doing that. But I think it's worth the risk to maintain our trees that we feel are safe around here.
Feeser tells me this is the second time in 4 years his property was damaged due to severe weather. He's glad that his family wasn't injured.
God's got us covered. We got protection from Him, and everything happens for a reason. And we'll get through it. It's just a storm. We'll move on. We'll live another day. It'll be fine.
And the spokesperson for Columbia County tells me other damage in Columbia County was in Riverside Park and Owlsbury Court off of Hardy McManus Road. A few other trees fell on some power lines. Live in Evans, I'm Devin Johnson, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And more storm damage right across the river in South Carolina, where a tornado touched down in Williston. News Channel